So let me introduce to you Bill and his best friend John. Now Bill and John have been best friends since high school and they're currently 40 years old, but they have very different lives. Bill, on one hand, he works a 9-to-5 job which he hates. He lives paycheck to paycheck. He barely gets time to spend with his kids, and he's just looking for an escape to the rat race. Now John, on the other hand, he has financial freedom. He can take vacations whenever he wants. He can spend a decent amount of time with his kids. And overall, he's just satisfied with his life. But what separated these two? They both went to the same high school, so how did one person ended up with a job that they hate and one person ended up with financial freedom? Well, it all started with some things they did when they was teens. So in this video, I'm about to break it all down and show you guys how you can build wealth starting in your teens. So sit back, relax, get your snacks, also hit the like button because this is gonna be good. So the very first step to start building wealth in your teens is to build a solid foundation. It is extremely important to start building your foundation when you're young. Like when you're in your teens, you're in your prime, man, it's the best time to start building your foundation. And when I say foundation, I mean good habits and characteristics. You see, money comes and goes. You know, you can have $10,000 today. You mess around, hit the strip club a couple times, and that's all gone. But if you have a solid foundation, you'll be able to get it right back. Now, as you guys know, I'm 20, right? So I just got out of my teenage years in February. Like February 22nd, you know, that's my birthday. I turned 20. And in my teenage years, I realized how important it is to set your foundation because I had multiple jobs, right? I started entrepreneurship when I was 17, and it took me a whole year to get my first sale online. But then after that year, I started making some pretty decent money online. And at the time, I was working fast food at Hardee's. Like I was working there for a good year or so before I actually left. But you can imagine like me just seeing $20 a day, $40 a day, $100 a day online while I'm at Hardee's. I was like, yo, I'm out of here. You know, as soon as I seen that $100 in a day, I was gone. But that's exactly where I messed up at because I didn't have my foundation in place. Like, yeah, I was making money, but I ain't have no good habits. I didn't know how to invest my money. I didn't know how to manage my money or anything like that. Like even my checks from Hardee's, like back then I thought like $300 was a lot of money. Like I know, like when you was a teenager, right? You got your first check, like $300 checks. You thought you was balling back in the day. Like, hey, I remember them days. But even my $300 checks, like in 2 weeks, that would be all gone. And I don't even know what I spent my money on. So I didn't know how to manage my money back in the day. So when I actually left that job to go into entrepreneurship full time, let me tell you, that didn't work out too well. Like my bank account went negative. Stupid. I was struggling to make money online. Stupid. Because as you guys know with entrepreneurship, some days you might make no money, some days you might make some. But back then I was a beginner, so like I had weeks where I only made like $20 for the whole week. Oh my God. So it was a struggle, man. I'm telling you, it was a struggle because I didn't have my foundation in place. So I ended up having to go back to work. And man, that's the worst feeling in the world. That'll crush your pride. Like that'll humble you for real. Because like you left your job thinking you was a big time entrepreneur. Like you proved your family wrong and everything. Like that's how I was feeling. Like I was young, but that's how I was feeling. And then having to go back to work, it's like, dang, I did all of that and I had to go back to work. Like it was embarrassing, man, like for real. But luckily I learned from my mistakes, so that never happened again. Cause the first time I left my job at Hardee's was December of 2017. And then I went 4 months unemployed, just working on my business, but it wasn't working out. I had bills to pay, so I had to go back to work in April of 2018. And then 5 months later, in September of 2018, I left my job at Macy's for good. Like I was done. Like that was the last job I had, which was about 2 years ago. Now I know you're probably wondering, like, Drell, what are some good habits and characteristics that I can start forming right now to build my foundation? Listen, I got you, man. I got you. Say no more. Some good life habits are reading. Now I got a bunch of books. Like, yo, I got a bunch of books. Now these are just the books that I actually bought myself. Like when I was younger, when I was about 18, 17, I used to go to the library every week and check out some new books to read. Like, yo, here's a stack of books right here, and I got a whole nother stack on my desk as well. Like if you guys want to see a video of like my top 5 books that I recommend, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, reading is one of them. Exercising daily, that'll put you in better health and it'll give you better energy overall. Writing down your goals is another one. And speaking of goals, one of my goals is to get to 20,000 subscribers before September on this channel. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If that button is red down below, make sure you subscribe. You got to join the Black Hustlers Club. It's only right. Another one is speaking life into yourself. So this is just saying like, yo, you are the greatest. I'm amazing. I'm confident. I'm inspiring. I am motivating. I am a successful entrepreneur. I am a multi-millionaire. Like just speaking life into yourself every single day. Now some good money and wealth building habits are living below your means. You don't gotta try to keep up with the Joneses. You don't gotta get the biggest house, the newest car, the flyest clothes. You ain't gotta do all that, man. The goal is to actually be rich, not look rich, but be broke. You feel me? Another one is to track your expenses. Like, yo, this is extremely important. Like, I used to think like this wasn't important, especially when I was younger, or even like a year ago, a couple months ago even. Like, I didn't track my expenses at all. And like, when you don't track your expenses, you don't know what's coming in and what's going out. So like, you really have no idea. But when you start to track your expenses, you're gonna be like, yo, why am I spending all my money on this thing right here when I don't even use that? Like, yo, track your expenses. Now, the last one I have for this is invest more than you save. Now, I'm gonna get into this more later in the video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Now, I also wanna add, like, when you're building your foundation in your teenage years, it's important to still have fun. Like, you're a teenager, man. Do some wild stuff. Go to some parties, mess with some girls. Yo, have fun. You in your teenage years, you don't gotta work all the time. But hey, don't have too much fun. Make sure you wrap up, cause listen, them pregnancy scares ain't no joke, man. Like, take it from me, you gonna be in the room praying that girl not pregnant. So hey, make sure you wrap up and don't have too much fun. Have some fun, but not too much. Numero dos is to learn and try as many things as possible. When you're a teenager, man, you got all this ambition, you fresh and ready to learn, like you ready to attack the world, but chances are you got no idea what you want to do with your life. Like, I was in the same position, so I highly encourage you to try a bunch of things out. Like, try singing, dancing, writing, painting, selling shoes, selling merch. There's thousands of different avenues and things you could do in life. You just gotta try out a bunch of them and see which one sparks a light in you. Now, me personally, yo, I took this to the extreme. Like, 2 to 3 years ago, I was trying out everything in the book. Like, that's why I didn't make my first sale, but like, I was trying out everything. I was trying selling shirts online. I was trying SMMA. I was trying affiliate marketing. I was trying drop shipping. I was trying everything in the book, I'm telling you. Like, I even was a photographer at one point. Like, I used to call myself photographer drill and everything. Like, yo, I went through so many different phases in my teens. And even to this day, I'm still trying out different things. Like, less than a year ago, I did not have this channel or the Black Hustlers Club or anything. Like, I was doing ClickBank affiliate marketing on my other channel. So I'm still trying out different things. So like, when you're in your teenage years, your early 20s, even in your 30s, you're gonna be trying out different things. So just embrace it and don't be afraid to do it, because that's another thing. Like, yo, there's gonna be times where you're gonna be like, I don't know if I should try this out. I already got something working for me. I don't know if I should go ahead and do that because that's gonna take away from this. Like, that's exactly how it was when I was starting the Black Hustlers Club, because I was on the edge about it because I was already making money with ClickBank and my other channel. But I always had this thought in the back of my mind, like, ever since I was a youngin', I always wanted to help the black community and teach the culture about entrepreneurship and everything. So I ended up making that move, even though I was on the edge about it, and ended up being one of the best things that has ever happened to me, because less than a year later, we had 170,000 on Instagram, and we just hit 6,000 on this channel as well. Hey, make sure you subscribe, by the way, and hit the like button. So moral of the story, try it out. Step number 3 to start building wealth is to pick a skill or start a business. Now, what I'm about to say is going to turn a lot of people off, but that's okay, because I'm always keeping a buck with y'all. The whole go to school, get in debt, and then go work for someone else for 40 plus years is dead. It's finito. Finished. With the way America is going now, degrees are becoming more and more worthless, and Trump just passed the act where they said skills are more valuable than the degree anyway. In addition to that, robots are taking over, so that means less jobs are going to be available. So I highly encourage you guys to get a skill. Like, even if you don't go to college, you can go to a trade school and get you a skill, or start you a business in your teenage years like I did, so you can develop it and build it. So by the time you hit 30, your business is gonna be making millions of dollars a year if you put in the work, of course. And I do want to add that it's extremely important to diversify your income streams. Like me, I got about 7 income streams right now. That's how I was able to move out at 19. Well, I was 20. You know, I signed the lease at 19, but I moved in when I was 20, March 14. So about less than a month after I turned 20, I was able to move out, get my own place. And if you guys want to see a full breakdown of my income streams, drop a like on this video and drop a comment down below, and I'll make a video breaking down my income streams and how much I make from each one. But yeah, you never want to be relying on just one income stream. Step number 4 to build wealth in your teens is to invest your money. Invest, invest, invest. Now, when I say invest, you can either invest in yourself, that's one investment, or you can invest in things like stocks, real estate, and a business, things like that. Now, when it comes to investing in yourself, you are your greatest investment. So this could be your education, like buying books, for example. Like, I still invest in myself by buying books, furthering my education, my intellectual property. This could also be buying better food so that you're healthier and you can be more productive. But you can also invest in stocks, real estate, and a business. Like, you can buy some equipment to start you a YouTube channel. I highly recommend you guys start a YouTube channel as well. Like, you want to be investing and making your money work for you instead of just saving all your money. Like, I wish someone taught me that when I was younger, to invest more than you save, because when you saving your money just sitting there, you're actually losing money due to inflation. But if you invest in your money, you're investing in yourself and you're making your money work for you, that money's going to triple. And if you guys want to see a video of me teaching you guys how to invest in the stock market, let me know in the comment section below as well. But that's all I have for today's video. Make sure that you share this video with a friend. I believe it can really help somebody out. Drop a like on it if you found it valuable, and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'm out, bro. I'll see you guys in the next video.